Hello, soccer fans. Welcome to Match Day 21 edition of Around the MLS show with Sam and Chris here on ASNSportsTV.net. Yes, be one of our growing list of subscribers on our YouTube channel. And also follow us on all our social media platforms and all our digital media platforms. My name is Sam, and I have my strike partner, Chris Cartus, right here waiting on the flank to receive the pass so that we can coordinate and open our book of bookuses here on the MLS. Chris, what's up?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing today, Sam?
Man, I am all right. A lot of soccer activities here in Houston, from Copa America to MLS to the NWSL and all of that local on the grassroots level. And a lot is happening. Man, I don't even believe that we are catching up with most of them.
Yeah, it's just an overdose of soccer because the Euro is also going on as well too. I think maybe going forward, FIFA can, structure the timing to be a little bit different. I know they're trying to do things because of the backlog of COVID-19, which happened 2020. A lot of competitions were moved a year ahead, and that's why you see the AFCON that happened the other time. It was called the year behind the year it happened.
Yeah.
But I think going forward, they need to think of a way to structure it whereby there's not an overdose, there's not an over surplus of content or over surplus of the game, because as much as you love it, as much as you want to follow up with every league and every continent, you want to be able to have time to settle down and understand what's going on. But when everything is happening all at the same time, it can be overly overwhelming sometimes, But we love soccer. We love the beautiful game. It's something we love to watch, something we love to talk about. We have no choice but to, buckle our shoes, tighten up our belts, and just try and watch as much games as we can while we can. So it's been a lot of interesting times right now we're living.
A lot happening, so much, in the soccer scene. Yes, let's come to the MLS. Match Day 21 on our rear view mirror. 48 goals was recorded. Match Day 20 was dramatic. When you look at what happened between Cincinnati and Philadelphia Union, 7-goal thriller. Then you come to Dallas, between Dallas and Minnesota, 8-goal thriller. Now flip the corner to Match Day 21. Different ball game. Cincinnati beaten by New England Revolution at the TQL. And also Houston, after they blew a 2-0 halftime lead on Match Day 20 against Seattle, they went on the road against DC and trashed DC 4-1. Not only they trashed DC 4-1, Sebastian Ferrari, who had been struggling with the club since his arrival, scored a hat-trick. What a time to be a Dynamo fan with the arrival of Ezekiel Ponce and now Sebastian Ferrari. Is he kicking into a new gear, or is his Ferrari, has he gotten a new engine? We'll talk about that. Kai Kamara, number 2, MLS all-time leading goal scorer. Chris, Kai Kamara is a friend of the house. When he tied that Landon Donovan, who is second on the list, 145 midweek, I said that Kai Kamara will get a goal soon, and he got his 146th goal for his 11th MLS club. Chris Cartus, Kai Kamara is friend of the house. How does that make you feel when you see Kai Kamara at the age he is right now doing things like this in the league at the top level?
I'm so excited, because Kai Kamara on his own he's just an amazing, he's a great man, he's a great personality, he's a true legend. Away from the field as a person, he's a great man. So I was more than joyed and more than excited when he broke it, and I knew he was going to do it. And he didn't just do it, because another beautiful thing about breaking this record is the record was held by Landon Donovan, which happened to be a LA Galaxy legend. And Kai did this wearing an LAFC jersey. Equaled it and broke it. So there's so much attached to how enjoyable it was to see him break it. Not because I know him personally, not because he's an amazing person, but he did it in an LAFC jersey. How much would I have expected or asked for? So it's just, I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
LAFC sentiment into this. I know you're dedicated to LAFC. I know that. So fire on, Chris.
Yeah, so it was excited to see him break it. I'm so happy for him, and now I know now he has done it. You see, when the strikers is all about confidence in front of goal. It got a while, took a while for him to do this, but now he has seen that in 1 week he scored 2 goals. I know that is gonna give him a much more confidence going forward. And who knows, he might be hitting and going for the number one spot. Nothing is impossible until it's done. So I'm looking forward to him not just breaking it, but owning that record because I believe he deserves it. He's someone that actually deserves to own it. So I'm happy for him.
You know Kai Kamara, and remember he scored in the US Open Cup for LAFC, even though that did not count because it's not an MLS league match. All right, Cincinnati lost to New England Revolution. Cincy are very good at home. The Eastern Conference is weird and crazy. I'm telling you, Inter Miami with Lionel Messi away in the Copa America assignment with the Argentine national team. Cincinnati see that as a leeway that they can put pressure on Inter Miami because they have all their players intact. Luciano Acosta couldn't make the cut for the Alba Celeste, that is the national team of Argentina, and he delivered a great game on March 20 against Philly Union. Now flipping the coin to March 21, New England Revolution coming to town. Who could believe that the Revs could pull off a 2-1 away win at the TQ Chris? And that now, kind of a setback for FC Cincy and Pat Noonan. How do you see the Eastern Conference playing out?
Well, it's becoming very competitive. Gone are the days where the competitions were all in the West. The East is picking up. They're buying superb, amazing players. It's becoming a very interesting conference to play. And when it comes to Cincinnati New England Revolution, it's really kind of surprising for me to see New England Revolution defeat Cincinnati because of the kind of caliber of players that Cincinnati have. Not taking anything from New England Revolution because over the years, New England Revolution have a certain structure which they abide and follow by, which is strict. They have been very consistent over the years of how they play and that philosophy of the game. But Cincinnati, because of the flair and the new influx of new players, have been able to bring excitement to the stadium, especially when they play home games. But I think that defeat is because Obinna Nwombodo got a red card in that game. Obinna Nwombodo, we know, is the heart of the midfield of that Cincinnati team.
Yeah.
When Obinna plays, it's a different ball game. He knows how to defend. He also knows how to score. So when he got that red card, I just knew it was going to be over for Cincinnati, and exactly that's what happened. Although New England Revolution had a quick 2 goals in the first half, first in the 21st minute and the 41st minute when they scored their goal. Cincinnati was able to pull one back by Yasmil Assad in the 65th minute before Obinna Nwombodo got his red card in the 69th minute. But that was not enough to seal the victory for Cincinnati, and they lost to New England Revolution. So kudos to New England Revolution team for going far away from home and getting the 3 points.
Getting the 3 points, the Revs did that. Now, in Eastern Conference, Inter Miami are 4 points clear. Yes, no, they are 2 points clear. Even though they've played 20 games, Cincinnati have played their 19 games. They have played 1 game less. So since they still have a chance to catch up, if they can play the same number of games with Inter Miami and get 3 points, they will even go above Inter Miami. Yeah, that's an Eastern Conference. All right, let's come down to Houston Dynamo on the road against DC. March 20 and March 21, a sharp contrast in the kind of performance that all Dynamo fans saw. They saw a team that blew a 2-0 halftime lead at home against Seattle Sounders. And during the post-match conference, head coach Benoit sound pissed. If I play the clip, you will see. In fact, he said
pissed off. It's a poor result.
He's very disappointed. You will see his disappointment. He did not hide that. Now flipping the corner to March 21 at the Capitol. DC, 2 of their players got a red card. I agree, it's part of the game. And when that happens, your opponent have to take advantage of that. And Houston did just that. Sebastian Ferrari, who has been struggling on that night, took the chance and initiative, grabbing a hat trick. Crazy. I mean, when I was at Copa America assignment, I was flowing the game. When I saw the scoreline, unbelievable.
Well, the truth of the matter is, I think people don't give Ben Olsen enough credit. I think Ben Olsen is a formidable coach. He's a master tactician. He knows how to make how to make the right decisions at the right time. Thinking about the lineup that played against DC was different from the lineup that played the game against Seattle Sun Seattle Sundowns went in on Wednesday. So that shows that he's the coach that knows his players. He knows the strength of his players. Kudos to Sebastian Ferreira. He's been struggling to score goals, but he came in and scored a hat trick. So, but the coach could put him there because he knew Sebastian was fit for that kind of game. Because you see, when you are a coach of a team, it's good to know the strength of your team as well. Because every opponent you face is a different competition. It's a different contest. Some players play better against some other teams. Some other players play better against other teams. It's all about knowing your strength and knowing the strength of your opponent you're going to play. So that's where, as much as kudos to Sebastian Ferreira, Ferreira for scoring a hat trick and Houston Dynamo winning 4-1, I give that victory to Ben Olsen for being a master tactician, for picking the right team for the right opponent, and that's why he got that 3 points victory far away from home.
I mean, I'm looking at Houston Dynamo starting 11 against DC. You have Daniel Steres, Mikel, Eric Devenko, and Dorsey, the back four. In the middle now, the absence of Coco, who is on Copa America duty with Panama, now gives room for Hector, who returned back to the team with Arthur appearing in that two-man midfield. Now you have Aliu, Basi, the three African players, the three amigos. I mean, now the three Africanos, man, look at them. The three guys that take care of business. who have like 10 to 12 goals sandwiched between these three guys.
Yeah.
Aliu, Amin, Basi, and Blessing. And now you have Sebastian Ferrari up front. And he made use of that. Let's go to the post-match conference with Ben Olsen, where I asked him if that performance against DC was the response he is expecting after that disappointment of midweek. Ben Olsen.
Extremely proud of Sebas. This hasn't been easy for Sebas, not getting the minutes he wants at times last year and getting loaned out and coming back. And this year just behind from physically with several soft tissue injuries. And so for him to come in and give us this type of performance it's a big deal. The game suited him. The reason part of the reason we went with him is you could see the field on television, and it was going to be choppy. And this team is scrappy. They fight hard, and I think they're really moving in the right direction. So I think it's unlucky. The Benteke thing, I don't know. I mean, that seems a little bit much, but we took advantage of it. I was proud that we came back. But he was a big part of it, so I'm happy for him tonight, and now he makes my life a little bit more difficult, and that's what you want.
Hi, man.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, I see you're happy. I see you're with smiles, the energy. Is this the response you're expecting from the team after winning the disappointment?
Yes. This is the response you want and you hope for, and. I've said it enough. We've had too much talk this week, screaming and yelling, and we're trying. It was a long week. It was one of those weeks where we all had some tough conversations, and it was nice to see everybody respond and the players. You could tell the focus was very high tonight. But it's hard. It's a hard place to play. I mean, it is just very, very difficult. I will say. It was nice to talk to Troy a little bit. I think he's a great young coach. I think he's got a vision, and I think he's going to take this place to where it needs to be over the next few years. And I think if we're being honest, they've got a lot of guys out. That's not the best version of them. But when you put Benteke in the lineup, it's kind of always the best version of them because that's what he means to them, and he can change the game as he did today in the first half. So, again, I thought go back to the red card. I don't know. I think it is a hair harsh, and but we took advantage of that.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is still Around the MLS show with Sam. and Chris here on asnsportstv.net. Yes, go to our website, www.asnsportstv.net, and also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on all our social media platforms and also our digital media platforms. Chris, back to you. I mean, Copa America is on, MLS is on. The fans, don't you think that international games like this kind of deplete quality of play, viewership, and other things in the MLS? Because a lot of top players will leave the club side to go play for national teams. And that might say, oh, if Messi ain't playing for Inter Miami, why should I go watch Inter Miami home game? If Coco is not playing for Dynamo, he's with Panama. I better go with Panama play in the Copa America. What do you think about that?
Well, you're not far from the truth. The fact of the matter is that you see, those quality players are what drags the fans to the stadium because they want to see good football. They just want to just watch the game, but they want to see their mentor. They want to see their major person bringing them to the field to come watch the game. And when they are playing for their country, you rather go watch them playing for their country than watch for the clubs. So that goes back to the same thing of having a full overdose of soccer because of the timing. Because normally tournaments like this, FIFA should have found a way to make maybe MLS be on break while they are playing the tournament, or MLS take a long break after the tournament. They go back because it's not just even far away. It's US is the one hosting the tournament, so it makes it a little bit complicated. It makes it a little bit confusing for the fans. Now you have so much options, what to watch, where to go. So automatically it reduces viewership. It reduces this is stadium. Normally NRG Stadium. If an NRG normally NRG Stadium, when Mexico plays a game, you have a full sold-out stadium of 70,000 capacity full.
Right,
Yesterday, we had only 53,000 capacity of people that went to watch that game. So what does that tell you? That tells you that it's not like everybody want to watch a game. Some people wanted to watch other things at home that was going on. Maybe the Euros, maybe even MLS games as well. Yeah, there was options. And those options, it affects ratings and numbers at the end of the day. So those are things that going forward needs to
be. Now that brings me to something I want to say, because people might want to be on their couches to watch something different. The Euros is on, MLS on, and other things. Now, access to some behind the scenes footages that the major broadcast channels may not be privy to, then here comes the middleman, the content creators, the sports journalists, the small media, the digital media guys, and all that. And it seems that these big confederations are clamping down gradually on what these guys can have access to. We saw it at Copa America. We saw it, where you can't even talk to the fans inside the stadium. You can't even do like a quick stand-up, to, give your fans, your viewers, the excitement of what Copa America is all about and stuff like that. What do you think about that?
Well, I just think the big media and the big corporations are splashing so much money in terms of buying rights for games that, is affecting the middleman, the content creators, and the small media companies, which need to be looked in. Because at the end of the day, whether big or small, everybody has a role to play in the beautiful game, in the promotion of the game, in the excitement of the game, and above all, to make the tournament a memorable and enjoyable one. Because big media don't focus on behind the scenes that much. They focus on the big names and the pitch. So I kind of understand if access is given to big media for big stuff. You have access to pitch access, the players. But when it comes to the common man, the fans in the field, those extra and tonic that makes the tournament super exciting. The behind the scenes of people having fun, chanting, cheering for their team. When that can be covered, there's restrictions in that. It makes you now wonder, so what now makes you a content creator? What behind the scenes, that's what the common man wants to see. What the fans' mindset is before the game, after the game. What are their predictions? Those are things that, it adds more light and more enjoyment to the tournament. Because once you put both what big media has done and what both small media has done, even if you weren't there physically, you can have a total experience of what really went down at the stadium. And that's where the problem is. So I think FIFA has to look on this because, to be honest, this bodies and confederations of bodies are being given authorities by FIFA. It's what FIFA put into law that they follow. So FIFA has to personally look into this and think about the common content creator, the common man, if they have been screened. Because to get a credential, you have to go through a screening process. You have to be responsible and you have to be reliable before they can give you that access. So if you have given that access, you pass the screening, it shows to a large extent that you are quite quite responsible enough to handle some things and follow rules and regulations. So if the rules are blocked all through, your access seems to be worthless because now you can't even do or produce or show things that people can see behind the scenes. So it might sound little, but it's a big deal for content creators and people, small media companies, because that's where they get their audience from.
Yeah. I mean, what I think that these guys really want to control their environment and their content. All right. Anyway, we'll see what happens. All right. In the Western Conference, LAFC are still number one, 37 points. I think they've knocked off Real Salt Lake, but still tied on the same. At least three teams, LAFC, LA Galaxy, and Real Salt Lake tied on 37 points, but goal difference separate them from 1, 2, 3, respectively. Colorado Rapids have picked up momentum, picked up 6 points in the last 2 games, scoring 7 goals. Yes, great games coming up on match day 22, but we're still going to bring you the preview on Friday here on ASSSportsTV.net YouTube channel. Chris, appreciate that for taking the time talking to us. Last word before we end today's edition of the show.
It's an overdose of soccer, man. Relax, get your popcorn if you're at home. If you can go to the stadium, go to the stadiums. Let's just enjoy the beautiful moment because the beautiful game is here and let's enjoy it.
All right, so thank you very much for joining us on today's edition of Around the Major League Soccer Show with Sam and Chris here on ASN Sports TV. Keep subscribing and keep following us on all our digital media platforms. My name is Sam. Have a nice day. Adios.